Good morning.
Good morning. I don't know what's going on with Clubhouse.
I done tried to tag you. I done looked. I done saw you. We gonna have to do something after the fact to figure out how to get you back together. So I actually have to go into events and then look for it. Hit the top little bell thing and then go into events, and then that's where it pops up.
The top little bell thing. Okay.
And then it either says activities and events or something, but I have to hit events.
I see activity and like you're there, and then it says voice message. So I hit talk live.
No, that's no, because that's when you talking. You want to hit. So does it say events next to the activities?
It says the girl with the pearls added you back. Say hi in a voice message. It was 2 days ago.
Right. I was trying to figure out how to put you back in here. So when you go to the bell, wait, can I bring this down? Yeah. So hit activity, and you should say all and then events.
Okay. Hit the bell activity. But you're the only one that comes up under activity.
You don't have wait. So if you're on Clubhouse, look, we doing a Clubhouse lesson real quick. Maybe I'm gonna take a picture and show it to you. I don't know any other way to send it. Okay. Yeah, so under activity, I have two tabs. It says all and it says events. And when I click on events, all people's events show up, and mine shows up. I sent you a picture.
I just got it. Let me see. See, I don't have that.
No? Okay. Well, we'll figure that out afterwards. Well, it's out there if people want to listen or whatever. But good morning.
Good morning.
Wait, it's been a week. It's been a week. It's already been a morning, as you can tell. With the world of technology. Technology. But I'm loving it. I'm loving it all. I'm here for it. I'm here for it all. All right. How was your week?
It was a week, but I'm glad it's Saturday.
No. Did you understand the differences between the two links that we trying out today?
Yes.
Okay. Lord, we gonna hope that works too. So we'll see.
That'll be fine because StreamYard is not trying to shoot themselves in the foot. But
No,
I don't know what Clubhouse is doing.
I don't know what's happening. It's driving me crazy. And a lot of people have been having conversations related to how to get back. And I think I shared with you last week, somebody had a chat about Threads. One of them, X or Threads, it's something new every week. Has a similar platform to what they had before and capitalizing on the whole thing. And I'm like, you gonna lose everybody's gonna jump ship and go. You're gonna be a MySpace,
Exactly.
you're gonna be one of them and not exist anymore. Okay, so let's get this party over here started. Welcome to. Okay, it's not doing what I needed to do. It's not. See, technology is having a ball today. Welcome. Okay, here to the Saturday morning tea, where we discuss health information, news, education, certification tips, and exams, and entrepreneurship, nurse practitioners, the AMA, practice creep, scope creep, all of those things, and the revenue cycle at large. It's been a week.
And compassionate sacrifice.
Oh, yes, I need to add that. And the almighty compassionate sacrifice. Let me write that down so I can add that to my
I tell you, it lives rent free, as you can tell.
It lives rent free. As you come in, don't forget. Okay, something is flying in my room. As you come in, don't forget to hit the thumbs up or like button because I promise you we're gonna have a time. I am Clarice Warner, the Grow with the Pearls, the founder and senior education director of the Professional Reimbursement Network, LLC, where coding education is key, especially if you're new here and you don't know, well, who in the world is this woman talking to me? PRN is a healthcare compliance consultancy located in Cincinnati, Ohio, that specializes in revenue cycle, regulatory compliance, and education. Now, let me ask you, do you know what it takes to be a certified marketable medical coder? I promise you they playing 3-card Molly and trying to shift everything around. But we know what it takes to be a certified marketable medical coder if you don't. And before I introduce my co-host, let me share with you information on a free email course on the 5 steps to become a certified marketable medical coder.
Are you interested in medical coding, but not sure where to start and scared of wasting time and resources? Let me help you with the right steps to become a certified marketable medical coder. Learn more at bit.ly/5stepscoder.
Yes. So if you want more information and you're interested in the 5 steps to become a certified marketable medical coder free email course, then check out the description on the platform that you're watching. Let me just sum it up that way. So joining me today is my co-host, Mr. Jesse, the registered trademark. Put some respect on his name, The coding nurse. Yes. Registered trademark. Let me just that every time I see that, I just feel like, that's a chess move all day. Chess move. Sir, introduce yourself and tell the folks all about you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Jesse. I live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I have been a nurse for 30 years. I transitioned from the bedside into HIM in 2014. And during the pandemic, 2020, I created a company called the Coding Nurse LLC, where I help nurses and other healthcare professionals with clinical backgrounds transition into the wonderful world of HIM.
And isn't it wonderful?
It is.
Oh, what a wonderful world. Oh, it is wonderful. It is wonderful. And well with my soul. Now, before we jump in, let me remind you that this is a conversation, and we hope that you join us in the conversation. We'll bring up topics. We'll bring up the tea. We'll spill the tea. Oh, and do we have tea to spill today? We'll bring the tea. But then we want your opinion, and your opinions and comments are welcome here. So don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on in. Your opinion matters. I should make a shirt. Your opinion
there
matters.
You go.
There you go. There's some merch right there.
Mm-hmm.
Look, somebody gonna steal it before I get it. Look, for the end of this for the end of this broadcast, somebody gonna be wearing the shirt. For my Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn friends, please use the chat. That's how we can conversate. That's not even a word, but I'm channeling my inner Charlie Wilson. How we can have a conversation. And if you have a question, please type a Q first so that we know it is a question and we don't miss it. So for those of you who are just joining us or watching the replay, today we are talking about prompt engineering. Did you know that was a whole thing? It's a whole profession, but it's somehow related to health information. And so we're going to talk about what it is and how health information professionals can learn it and use it. We're going to add to your toolbox today, y'all. We're going to add to the toolbox. All right. But before we get there, before we get into all of that wonderfulness, we got a few church announcements. Good morning. Good morning.
Shout out to Usher Board number 6.
Shout out. Oh, I still gotta go get the white gloves. Get my white gloves out. White gloves. And wait a minute. I got it's not a church badge, but I got my old school badge. Look, I can put my little badge on like
there you go.
I can, direct the folks downtown. Direct y'all to that. Okay. All right. So in our church announcement segment for today, wait a minute, I see it's still rocking. I don't want to. The spirit is moving. You got to let the spirit have its way.
Randy noticed they got my church figure up. That's right. Hey, Raquel.
Okay, let me look because the comments is popping. All right, good morning, Crafty Coder. Good morning, Raquel. Love her. Thank you. Hey, TCN. What's up? Everybody got their church finger up. You know. Now the church announcements are not only for me. If you have church good morning, Vicky. Thanks for joining us as well. Always a supporter. If you have church announcements, you can put them in the comments. We'll definitely engage in those. So today, first thing, one just hit me. I promise you, probably about 25 minutes ago. And I said, oh, they playing in these streets. So we're going to get to that one. But the original church announcement, I've been talking a lot about AHIMA. AHIMA is well within my spirit because as you all know, I'm a president of a component association. Ohio, the heart of it all. And there's a lot of there's so much drama in the LBC. It's you see, I switched that.
Yep.
That I'm here for it all. And so my focus is a little pushed over there because it's like a tennis match. It's like I just watched the Beckham thing. And so it's like football, the soccer football. It's like back and forth. It's like it's amazing. So my focus has been over there. Oh, but just the other day, I got a little tap on my shoulder that said, you better check out your other association and see what kind of stuff is happening over there. And lo and behold, my friends over at the AAPC are trying to are changing the game. So they're changing their examinations next year.
Again?
Lord. So their examinations are going to all electronic. So there will be no paper and pencil examinations anymore. Never, ever, ever, ever to probably rear its head again. They had there was a social hour, I think, on Facebook Live where they kind of talked through it. They're going to a testing center. So you have two options. You can either do the at home, or if you don't feel comfortable being at home, you can like go to, say you want to go to a hotel room or go to a place that you can rent out, that's you and the proctor, or you can use their testing center. It's called Measure, MEAZURE. And they have testing centers that you can go to. One of the downsides of Measure and their testing centers is that they don't have a lot of them. So if you're in a large area that may have lots of chapters, you may be limited and you may have to travel to get to one of those testing centers. The other thing with the testing center and this change is they're going to be changing their question bank. So not only will you have multiple choice questions, you will also have some trusty fill in the blanks. Folks are up in arms. Can I tell you, they're folks are nervous and up in arms because we just talked about how folks be trying to test to the test and try to test to. So you're gonna have to come with some knowledge. You're gonna have to come with some understanding. You're gonna have to come with some innate learning on how to do the things you need to do to be successful with this exam. So the game is changing over here at the AAPC. If you are a student and you purchased an in-person exam voucher and you don't use it in 2023, that voucher is going to automatically flip over to an electronic online exam, period. You need to, if you're planning on taking your exam in 2023, you need to do it 8 weeks before the end of the year. Otherwise, that window closes. When that door closes, this other window that opens is online. You will not be able.
So 8 weeks, that's like the end of this
month.
month.
Sir. Yes.
Wow.
I wasn't hip to this, but the AAPC has their own publications. I stick with my tried and true because they're reliable. They're not to say that there's not. I stick to what I'm a loyal person. Once I'm with you, I'm with you. We rocking to the wheels fall out. The AAPC has their own manuals and they have an ebook. So their coding books are also available in an ebook format. One of the questions have been raised, will they allow these ebooks for the testing site? And today, no ma'am, no sir. They're not allowing that. Will they allow it? Who knows what's to come? Who knows? But right now, no, it's not. It's not, because I think they're still working out a lot of the things. Um, they've made the announcement, and of course, they want to make sure everything is everything. So there will be a blackout period from January 1st to January 14th for CPC exams. Now, right now, my understanding is this is just for CPC exams. They haven't made any of these adjustments or changes for, well, it's as far as, no, I believe it's just for CPC exams. Let me start there. Because they're looking at alternative ways to, because the local chapters were funded partially by the numbers of people that took exams in those chapters. So back in the day, the local chapter proctored the exam. They would offer however many exams they wanted to per year, and then however many people that actually came to that site to take their exam, the local chapter received some compensation. All that's about to go away, but the AAPC has acknowledged that and are looking for alternative ways to to fund these local chapters. It's about to be something about these local chapters and state associates. These national folks is on one this year, but that's part of the announcement. The other thing is, if you are an independent instructor, and you know how independent instructors were able to offer or proctor their own exams, no more. That's dead too. Only way you independent instructor can proctor an exam is if you join in with Measure and also proctor other exams that they offer that are all over the place outside of health information industry. So you got or not, in or out. You can get with this or you can get with that. So that's the tea from the AAPC. Mr. Jesse, you have any comment?
I'm actually speechless.
Yes.
That's a lot, and it's out of nowhere.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I think I got all of the things. They still offer the ADA accommodations as needed. There is no right to date. There is no change on the amount of time that the 4 hours 100 questions. There's no change on that. That still remains for now. For more to come. Be prepared. Now, if you are a member of the AAPC, you should be receiving information about all of these exam changes before the end of the year. They mentioned they're going to do that. So yeah. Let's see.
Well, I wonder if they have put it on there. Well, I'm gonna have to go check because it should. I was just on their website a couple days ago and I didn't see anything about this, because if you have 8 weeks out, I mean, you can schedule your exam now up until like November, December. But if that's going to change, then that shouldn't have been allowed. Because actually, go ahead.
No, I'm here for it.
Because I have students who are going to test for their CIC this year. And this was, what's today, Saturday? This was like Wednesday or Thursday. I was on helping one of my students out, find a location near her. And we were looking at dates, and it went all the way up to December.
I done posted it in the chat. That's where the information on the AAPC blog that talks about all the things that we know today. So that's one thing. Let's see. What y'all saying in these streets over here? She said, fill in the blank questions too. Yes. Yes. Carol said it is tea. Oh, it's tea. Crafty Coder says, I don't know why. Real deal. I'm so happy for that change too. I'd be on Facebook about to have a stroke with these people. The instructors got an email on it last week, and for now, it's just CPC. Okay, thanks for that clarification. Oh, I need to get with Measure then. Yep, that's how it. Hey, get your coins, ma'am, because at this point you have opportunity to proctor and other all kinds of stuff. Because you don't need to know it, because you can't answer any questions for any of the people if you're proctoring for them. So, girl, go get them coins. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. All right, all right. Let's see. Well, if it's scheduled, they're good. Renita has her test in December. In person. Yay. In person. Yay. All right, Miss Renita. We're going to hold you up. Hold you up. All right. And then the last church announcement that just came across my wonderful desk is from our friends at the AMA. I think every Saturday morning, I don't know, do they know that I'm coming on? Do they know I'm the mouthpiece over here for the AMA? I don't know. But anyway, Tanya Albert Henry talked about 4 ways that the VA effort, so the VA got this effort, undermines the state scope of practice standards. So the VA then got into the game.
Ooh.
Yes. So you know this is some TT. Look, wait, let me get a sip. Some hot.
Exactly. Look, it's pinky up time.
Yes. So the VA has this effort called the Federal Supremacy Project that they put into play, and it's more or less an effort to get it's trying to strengthen healthcare. It's trying to let's say the VA in 2020 published the interim final rule, authority of VA professionals to practice healthcare. And the VA is in the process of implementing national standards of practice for 48 healthcare occupations through the Federal Supremacy Project. This includes optometrists, physician assistants, pharmacists, and other non-physician providers who serve more than 9 million veterans enrolled in the VA healthcare program. The AMA feels that the project preempts state scope of practice laws by invoking the constitutional supremacy clause. They done found a loophole, y'all.
Mm.
It says the supremacy, or the AMA says, Dr. Ehrenfield from the AMA says the Supremacy Project will make it next to impossible to match the most qualified clinicians with the needs of the veterans, potentially allowing non-physicians to perform procedures that are beyond their scope of knowledge and state licensure. Physician-led teams are the gold standard in medicine. So you know that so now they're on the hit list. 4 reasons to stop the Supremacy Project. And they have their marching orders. There's a whole statement to the subcommittee. They've been having hearings. They have, I believe, testified before those hearings. The 4 steps to stop it, or reasons to stop it. It doesn't put physicians as care team leaders. They believe it would be higher cost and lower quality, ignores what patients want, and undermines state regulation. What they say, it says the Federal Supremacy Project will make it impossible for state health profession boards to oversee VA employed physicians and other health professionals, leading to unintended consequences. Meanwhile, the VA already fails to adequately supervise and discipline non-physician providers. Nurses and other non-physicians have credentials reviewed before they are hired and may never be reviewed again. Oversight will be further lowered under this project. So shots are fired on both fronts. So more to come on this. Mr. Jesse.
I'm still stuck at the part where they said it's not what patients want. Patients want to be seen and they want to be cared for.
And that part.
And if anybody knows anything about the VA is backed up. They need all the people that they can to see these people. And I can honestly say, the AMA has money, but they can't mess with the government. Whatever the VA wants, the VA is going to get.
Yes.
They might have to chalk this one up, because that's not a fight they're going to win.
No.
Because these people need to be seen. There are too many veterans that have to wait too long for treatment. They really, really
Too
do.
long to get an appointment.
Exactly.
And then when you get an appointment, you there all, it's literally an all-day trip. Like, pack a bag, because you're gonna be there for 8 hours.
It's not fair. Like,
it's
so
not fair.
If they can bring in some people that can lighten the load and get them the help they need quicker, I'm all for it. I really
am. So I don't know what the AMA gonna do. They may have to chalk this one up. I don't know. More to come. We will be watching and seeing what's happened in the world. So they don't even bill out to nobody. So why you got me coding these freaking eye surgeries? Well, like I said, wait, they had good food though. She's so silly. I cannot with you. Non-physicians doing clinical work is like a cat scratching a board to the AMA. Yes. Look, shots fired. So I guess it depends on your VA or your veteran and what they come to the table with. Because if that veteran has insurance, they put in play the option to also bill that insurance. I worked on a VA project years ago, and that was the one thing that we did, because of course they wasn't documenting even back in the day. It would be like, come on down here. We already know you can have heart surgery for $259. We don't care. There's no documentation that what side, what area of the heart we cut. Nothing. There is nothing. Absolutely nothing. I feel for those. So part of what we did with that contract was to provide education about the importance of documentation. And the thing that used to strike me as odd and weird, especially here in Cincinnati, at Cincinnati VA, is because a lot of the physicians that worked at the VA came down from the University of Cincinnati. The game was very, very strict up the hill. I mean, it's literally down the hill. So UC sits here, VA sits here. Walking distance, jumping distance, like right there. So up the hill, they doing all the things, making sure all I's dotted, T's crossed. Down the hill, not so much. They are, I don't think they carry pens back. This is when things were on paper. I don't even think they carry pens back then, because they do. They didn't have to write anything. What I need a pen for? Really? So, so we put all of that into play to make sure that they can get those services, because there was no documentation. There was nothing to code. Now, inpatient, they had a whole different coding staff, so they were coding charts and doing all of the things. Inpatient. Clinic outpatient was a free for all. Outpatient surgery, all of the things are free for all. So it was a whole several year project that involved several visits, and to my understanding, they're still doing it today. So yeah, the VA is a hurry up and wait. It is, and that's unfortunate. But I'm like you, folks need care, and this is going to ring wonderful in the ears of those who are talking about the inequalities of care with folks, or the inequalities to access to care. So here's an opportunity to do something in the Stop That Bleed.
Then another thing that's interesting, and probably, well, the AMA knows this too. When you are part of the VA system, you just need to be licensed in one state, and you can work anywhere in the VA system. Like you can be licensed in California, work at the VA in Cincinnati or here in Philly. And that's attractive for a lot of people. So if they would do that, they could really, really get a lot of nurse practitioners to come on board, and they could even have staff, and they could probably even offer some kind of incentive to certain other areas. And I really think that the AMA shouldn't fight it. I think that they should just kind of embrace it, because there's not enough doctors. I mean, anytime they're okay with foreign medical graduates going to Nebraska, but not nurse practitioner going to. I just don't get it. I don't understand.
Oh, where's my tea, Lord? Because that was some.
Seriously, like, what is the deal? Like,
Right. I see some inequities and inequalities just in that conversation right there. Like, really? Really? Okay. So yeah. So that was my tea for the day. Did you have any tea that you wanted to say?
No,
Or those my church announcements for the day?
between these church announcements could be a whole program on their own.
By themselves.
My
We already 30 minutes in. Maybe we'll discuss more at the meeting after the meeting. How's that?
I mean, when it comes to, I'm just at a point now. We just really need to call a thing with the AMA. This is nothing but misogyny. I'm sorry. It is what it is. We just gonna call a thing a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I forgot to do my. I'm sorry. For my meeting after the meeting, people, I'll send y'all the link in a minute. My bad. I sent y'all the announcement that I was sending it and got caught up. Okay, I'll send it before we get done. All right. Now, today we want to talk a little bit about, and I know you've heard about AI. We've talked about AI several times here on the show at the Saturday Morning Tea, but nowhere have we really kind of did a deeper dive. And so I played around with some of the AI products. I've looked at ChatGTP. I've looked at Bard. The Bing one is sort of, I don't know. Bard I like. Bard was cool. And Bard allowed me, it's Google's Bard. And it's the one thing, well, let me just say, I've played around with the free product. Let me say that. So with ChatGTP, with the free product, it only goes, I think the newest information, or it's as current as 2021, I believe. With Google Bard, it's what's ever out there because Google is Google. So you have more up-to-date current information. So that was the reason why I liked Google Bard. And then depending on what I'm playing with and what I'm trying to do, I'll do both. I'll put something in both just to see what the results are. The one thing that is absolute certain, you gotta verify and validate the information that they're giving you. Or you gonna get your feelings hurt and face cracked because somebody's gonna be like, that don't even exist. What is that? So do not take everything for its face value. And as things as they grow, as they add to the knowledge base with AI and these tools, yes, it'll be better. It'll get better. But today, do your due diligence. That's all I got. Do your due diligence. Okay. So first, let's talk about prompt engineering. And like I said, it's a whole industry. It's a whole thing. And really, prompt engineering is kind of the technique that you use to determine how to talk to and get the best output from your AI tool. And so you can talk to it in regular, normal language. It's like your friend. It can be your friend if you want it to be. And for me, I think it's wonderful. I was on the plane. I think I was on the plane when I was going to Dubai. And they have, no, I take that back. No, I had to be on the plane going to Dubai. I was on one of these trips recently, and you get the movies and you can see stuff. And so sometimes I'll watch movies, sometimes I'll watch something different. So I was looking through trying to see something, and there was this program that says, will AI replace my job? And so they had all these people from different professions talk about how if AI could replace their jobs. And so they did some prompt. They used various different AI. I think there was a couple of AIs that I learned about that I wasn't even aware of that they used. And they had lawyers, they had a firefighter, they had graphic designers, teachers, copywriters, all kinds of people. And they talked about what they did, and so they took a project of something that they would normally do and put it in AI and to see whether or not they could do. And it's a lot of it's like, well, it's generic, or it's something probably entry level, but there's still more to what it is that they do that only a human can touch. So there were probably 10 people. Out of the 10 people, maybe 2 really thought, if they worked at it hard enough and added more to it, that they probably could replace their job. Everybody else was like, absolutely not. And then the firefighter was like, he didn't even have to say nothing, like, really? How's that gonna work? So with that being said, you have to be able to use the AI and use the prompt. And so that's what differentiates what you're going to get out of it. So you can do something generic, something basic, and get something, garbage in, garbage out. It's that same kind of mentality. But the more detailed you are and the more specific you are, the better the information you get. Again, I gave you the caveat. You have to validate it, though. You still need to check it. I would not be like, "Yay, this is the end all be all," and then unless with Chat GPT, they have this function, and it's another one called Chat PDF, and you can put a whole PDF, and it'll summarize that PDF for you and give you the high points. So if you give it the information that you wanted to summarize, then you're kind of safe because you've already fed it the whole thing that you wanted to do. So you don't have to do as much outside validation. If you're just out here like, please help me find XYZ, then yeah, I would make sure that you look up everything for that. So the World Health Organization, so that's pretty much what it is, prompt engineering. And like I said, it's a whole profession. So an entry-level profession that people are figuring out the best prompts to get the best output. And so they're working at this every day. So yeah, that's something, if as we are in this health information profession, those are things that we can think about. So what are types of reports, or what types of things that we need from the data and the information that we have, and how can we craft the prompts to get out the appropriate information or the best information that we need for those tasks. So that's something that you need to think about as we enter into this AI generation, if you will, because it's here. I don't think it's going away. Do I think it will take over? And we've had these conversations over and over again. No, but it will definitely change the way you have to think. So again, here's an opportunity to be on the forefront of, well, let me think about how I need to get information, or let me think about, one, what information it is I need to have, and then how do I get that information, and how do I make it easier and efficient to get that information using the AI tools. That's how I usually approach it. So the World Health Organization says that AI can transform healthcare if it's understood properly. And they said, but a rapid rollout without fully understanding how AI performs could end up harming patients, the World Health Organization said. And again, they feel like it held great promise for healthcare. This was an article from the AFP News, Agence France Press. I hope I said all of that right. But this person wrote this article on October 19th. It just came out hot off the press. It says, with the increasing availability of healthcare data and the rapid progress in analytic techniques, whether machine learning, logic-based, or statistical, AI tools can transform the health sector. And they feel like AI could strengthen clinical trials, improve medical diagnosis and treatment, and supplement medical knowledge and skills. AI also could help in places with a lack of specialists by interpreting radiology images and retinal scans, it says. However, the World Health Organization added that AI is being rapidly deployed. And so that's what makes folks nervous and put them on pause. And sometimes without a proper understanding of how such technologies perform, which could either benefit or harm end users, both patients and professionals alike. So again, one of the things that is on the forefront is, accessing sensitive personal information. I know folks have talked about bias, and there's still some bias that is built within these tools and these frameworks. And so all of those things are things that potentially need to look at, as well as, errors. Like I said, some stuff they be spitting out, like, I'm looking at it like, I know that ain't right off the top. I don't even know where you got that from. But again, it may be within the prompt. So what I want to do, and then LinkedIn had an article from a hand surgeon. Ooh, I'm about to butcher this name. Dr. RHIA. And he's, don't laugh at me. And his article was the guide for healthcare prompt engineering with ChatGPT. And so this is where we're going to actually have a working session and play. Prompt engineering is an emerging field that leverages the capabilities of conversational AI platforms like ChatGPT for various applications in healthcare. Prompt engineering offers many possibilities, from facilitating clinical decision-making to enhancing patient education. However, it's crucial to approach this tool with a thorough understanding of its limitations, especially concerning patient confidentiality. So you see that that's going to be a whole thing. And I know as they are working on the ONC and HIPAA and all of those things, this is going to be a big thing. So some of the key applications right now, you have clinical decision support, medical research, patient education, professional development, and some of the best practices with engineering these prompts: clarity, context, validation, and then the updates to make sure everything is what it's supposed to be. So, and they gave a couple of examples of some prompts. So like if you put in, tell me about heart problems, well, that's not a good prompt because it's too vague and it lacks focus and context. But a good prompt would be, summarize the diagnostic criteria for congestive heart failure according to the latest ACC or AHA guidelines. That's more specific, it's focused, and it references a reputable source. So it will go directly to those sources to pull the information for, and that's how you can get the best context. So another bad prompt: what drugs are good for high blood pressure, diabetes, and heart issues? Again, it's overly complex. It risks dangerous oversimplification. A better prompt or good prompt will be, list the first line antihypertensive medications according to the latest guidelines. Focus on a single condition, and it asks for evidence-based treatment. What's the best treatment for a 45-year-old male named John Smith with these symptoms? Again, contains potentially identifiable information risking patient confidentiality. And the good prompt would be, what are the treatment options for a 45-year-old male presenting with these generic symptoms? Generalized and anonymized, preserving patient confidentiality. So I wanted to go out into ChatGPT. Let me share my screen. Oh, I need to pick one, don't I? Share my screen. No, I don't want that. A new chat. Okay. And so I'm using the free version, the Chat GTP 3.5. This is a paid version. It's supposedly better. It's exclusive for Chat GTP Plus. This, y'all know this ain't sponsored by nobody, so whatever, do what you do. I'm just on the free version. So I wanted to take a look at, so what you do, I go into OpenAI, and then it gives you, there's a couple of AI products that they have. You can select Chat GP, and then you'll get a box like this. And so it gives you some prompts. So to start, you can ask multiple questions. And really, that's how it starts. Like, you'll start asking like one or two things, and then it's like, well, how can I get something else? Or how, I want to add more to that, or I want to change. So I did want to play around. I think I wrote a prompt somewhere. Where did I do with it? So I had a prompt. You are a nurse practitioner for a 40-year-old. I just wanted to see what would come out, and I didn't test it. So we're live getting this test. Okay, it says you are a nurse practitioner, and a 40-year-old African American man presents with type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and COPD. You want to give him information about his condition in layman's terms. Create a one-page educational document in layman's terms. Also provide the appropriate ICD-10 CM codes for his conditions. So let's see what comes up. And hopefully I don't have to, we'll see. Okay, so we got a little letter to the patient, and I was actually going to and I can add that maybe after. We'll see what it says. So it says, dear patient, so patient education, understanding your health conditions. Dear patient, we understand that managing your health conditions can feel overwhelming at times, and we're here to help you understand your type 2 diabetes, hypertension, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease in simpler terms. I like that they took the, because I just gave the acronyms. I did not give the actual words, but they took that and expanded that. So I like that they did that. So type 2 diabetes, what is it? Type 2 diabetes means your blood sugar levels are too high. This happens because your body doesn't use insulin properly. Insulin helps your body use sugar for energy. And why is it important to manage? High blood sugar can harm your body over time. Managing it will help you feel better and prevent problems like heart disease and eye issues. And then it gives information on how to manage diet, exercise, and medication. I feel like it's at a good reading level. Actually, I was going to drop the reading. I was going to put information about the reading level in it, but I didn't because I don't want to offend. But if this was too high of a reading level for your population or for your patient demographic, then there is what you could do is in your next message say, could you make this at an 8th grade reading level or whatever. Then it goes on into talking about hypertension, how to manage, why is it important to manage and what it is, with the same prompts or information for COPD. And then here were the codes. So for diabetes, it gave us E11.XX, and the XX varies based on specifics like complications or whether it's controlled or uncontrolled. Hypertension, I10, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, J44.XX, and again, XX varies based on specifics like with acute exacerbation. Remember, we're here to support you every step of the way. If you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out. Take care. Your nurse practitioner and the medical practice contact information. So what are y'all thinking?
I think that's great. It's certainly a start. And then you can tweak it if you needed to.
And like I said, so you would just begin to ask questions. Okay, I got folks all in the comments. You can begin to ask questions. Crafty Coder says, I pay for ChatGPT. I be making award-worthy appeals. All right. How much is the paid version? Prompt engineering is a whole thing in these AI streets. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. says the more information you feed it, the better the outcome. Ooh, chat PDF. Bet. Oh, yes. I got hip to that recently. I sent you a prompt and response in your email for an appeal. It was too much for here. Okay. Let me check that out. We'll add that to the meeting after the meeting. Looks good. All right. So yeah, Mr. Jesse, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I like it.
So, and then this is just something for health professionals. So we also had, I think, in some of the contacts or information they had, where is it? Other things. So again, this is just, patient education. If you can think of having something that can attach to data. So you send them or have access to XYZ file or XYZ information, and you want to know information off that data, then you can craft your prompt to get the specific information. It's kind of data analysis like, if you will. There were also prompts. I've seen prompts that do some like basic coding, not medical coding, but basic coding to get certain outcomes. We saw that it provided some portions or pieces of the diagnosis code for ICD, for those conditions, the ICD-10 code. It was $100 for the year. Oh, okay, that's not bad. Not bad at all. She said it was $100 for the year. That's not bad at all. And I know you get a more up-to-date information. So yeah. So I wanted to show you guys ChatGTP, and you can think about prompt engineering and how and ways in which that can be helpful to you in what you do. What's she saying? I'm not telling them they can't. I'm telling them that that it is out there. Folks have crafted prompts. Folks, wait a minute. Let me tell you about this prompt engineering thing, which is why I'm saying it's part of, you can put this in your tool kit, because folks out here selling their prompts. Don't play. There are industries there, so they've niched down into an industry and know what it is that they're looking for. They know the pain point. They know what they want. And so they have crafted prompts and are selling them either straight out. Look, on Etsy, they're selling the actual prompts to help people get the information that they want. You got to think entrepreneurial.
Facts.
You got to think entrepreneurial. No, they can't necessarily. We don't need ChatGPT. You're absolutely correct. We don't need ChatGTP coders. Please no, because nothing in here tells you enough information for you to understand whether or not this is valid. Because nobody has cross-referenced any guidelines. You don't know for certain. You don't have the actual physician information. This was very, very basic engineering. No, man. I can't not with her. I cannot. She said, okay, I'm about to sell mine for real. For real. If you have put together your awesome appeal information with prompts looking at, girl, don't sleep. That's bankable. AAPC, AHIMA, and now ChatGPT coding certifications. I cannot with you.
But you know what? That, Raquel, that's an interesting point, because I really think that eventually AHIMA or AAPC, one of them is going to come out with some kind of, not necessarily a ChatGPT coding credential, but some kind of certification to differentiate a coder or somebody that has one of their credentials along.
A micro credential on data analytics.
There you go.
You better check it, because it might be already out there from AHIMA.
See?
Because like I said, at the conference, they were talking all about those micro credentials, and the ones that are coming out on the thing. It says, can Chat GPT, can you help me code CKD and dialysis? I cannot. You already know the answer to that. But yeah, so again, if you've never seen it or experienced it, then this was an opportunity for you to get kind of a bird's eye view. Because a lot of people hear about it and it's like they think this is off world, and it's like right here in front of us, right here today. Like little things. I've done it for if I was trying to understand information, like I learned about a new spice. They were talking about what is it? Is it saffron? And how much it costs? And it's like the richest spice ever. Like you can get a little bitty thing of threads for $20. That's hopefully gonna last you a lifetime. But I was like, really? So I did a thing like, well, what is it used for? So give me the top 5 recipes or whatever that people use this for. And so it provided information like that. So I mean, it's a fun thing as well. But folks are using it in industries all day long.
Well, actually, since we talked, because I told you I'm getting Python tutoring. So my tutor introduced me to Chat GPT because I didn't think I had a need to use it.
Sorry.
And he introduced me to it like maybe 2-3 weeks ago. So I've just been playing around since then. And since then, I have come up with it. It wrote my capability statement. And I also used it just last night for it to create an email marketing campaign for my coding course.
See, it's out here. It's out here. How we could use it to our advantage. You know what I'm saying? So again, not being reactive based on what's to come, but being proactive. And how can we be in the game to offset some of this AI technology that's coming down the pipe? So just a little food for thought, a little tea to spill today to get you to think about, well, how can I be down?
Definitely.
How can I be down? And like I said, you could start with something small. But I can see this as a revenue stream. If you're into, kind of putting this together. I use Canva for a lot of marketing materials, and for a couple of my clients, things I do for my church, I use Canva a whole lot. And dude who is over Canva has gone prompt engineering wild. So much so, like they'll walk you through how to text to image, so you can tell it what you want, what type of image you want, and ask it, based on this type of photographer, how his style is, based on colors, based on all of the things, and it'll generate like however many images you ask for, and then you can pick and choose, and then you can take that and further tweak it. So I mean, the possibilities are out here, and like and I think we need to be on top of it.
I wanted to talk. Crafty Coder had she said, wait, hush, your capability statement for real? Yes. Crafty Coder, it did a really, really good job. And you don't really, if you didn't want to, you wouldn't have to change anything. You really could just copy it just like that. I mean, it was really that good.
Wow. Love it. Okay, wait. Love it. So just some food for thought, y'all. Some things to consider, some things to think about, some things to ponder on getting some additional credentials or something under your belt. All of the things out here in these here streets.
Crafty Coder, I did the capability statement on the free version, the 3.5. So if you pay for it, yours might even be a little tighter.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not, I mean, it was very easy. I was, of course, your prompt needs to be specific to whatever it is you want, the contract you're trying to get.
Exactly.
And the rest is history.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't even know how it knew I was African American, but it put African American in the statement. I'm like, oh
my God.
Is there a camera on?
I cannot. That's funny. Okay, y'all. I sent the meeting after the meeting. So for those of you who are part of our community, you'll get the link for the meeting after the meeting, where we'll do a deeper dive into ChatGPT and some of the functionalities that we have actually used it for, and walk and talk. You said that's scary. Yeah. I'm trying to get the Mac contract subcontractor. All right, ma'am. All right. Speak it as it is so.
That's right.
Speak it as it is so. All right. Well, any parting thoughts? Any last words? Was this helpful for folks?
Oh my! As always, we spill something every Saturday, and ChatGPT is only the beginning. It's only going to have more and more workplace use cases, and I'm just glad because I'm glad for that you created this space, because you have people who don't know. Like, I didn't even know about all the stuff that AAPC was trying to do with their course changes yet again, with their credential changes yet again. And people need to know this information. You don't want to always be on the back end, before and that way you can be proactive instead of reactive. Plan accordingly. So I'm, as always, there's so much information being given out on, during the Saturday morning tea.
Yes. Well, thank you all again for joining the Saturday morning tea or watching the replay. Again, I've asked if the tea spill. I see all in the comments, the tea has been spilled and from various areas. And hopefully, a lot of it was informative for you. And if it was valuable for you, again, help us share this message with others by sharing the video and subscribing to the channel, Professional Reimbursement Network, or linking up with me on LinkedIn or Facebook as well. Like, I forgot we are all different places, all different platforms all at once. I can't tell you about what to do with my folks over here in Clubhouse, but once I learn, we'll share that information too. So be sure to follow us for more information on all of the things. Now we got a new thing to learn about, how to be successful as a prompt engineer for healthcare data or healthcare professionals. Here you go, right there. So I done gave something away to somebody. Somebody needed to hear that. So be sure to follow us for more information, all things health information, compliance, revenue cycle, medical coding, the battles, all of the things. And as you leave out, don't forget to hit the thumbs up or like button. Also, check out the Coding Nurse channel on YouTube. For those of you who are in our Patreon community, the link has been sent. The meeting after the meeting, stay tuned. We got a lot to talk about. So this has been a great session today. We'll start the meeting after the meeting at 10:15. So this has been a great session today. Thank you all for joining. And remember, any final last words?
No.
Mr. Jackson? Okay. Well, remember, be safe, be kind, and don't wish for it, work for it. Until next time, take care. Have a good weekend.